nations rises from the uttermost north.
I'm live.
And who are they led by? Well, it's by a mysterious figure named Gog from the land of Magog. His army sweep
I'm live.
towards Israel, and among the nations,
I'm watching Off the
one
Curb
nation stands out
Ministries.
even today, Persia, modern day Iran.
No
Guys,
one
to
can
really
explain
grasp
the
this, we have to
biblical
go back to
destiny of
Genesis,
Iran.
back to Noah
Well,
again.
it's, I mean, there's definitely something playing out right now, isn't there? We've got Marvin, the Blue Jay. He's talking right now. He's saying pretty things. He's saying springtime words. Yeah, he's saying springtime words. Hattie hears him. Hi, I'm live. It's Andrea Dancing Star. There's a lot of things going on right now. In the world, planetarily, and we're going to talk about them. Hattie sees him. So, there is a full lunar eclipse that is happening. So it's on the 3rd. Well, it's really interesting. It's happening on the 3rd of the 3rd month. Okay. So 3/3. And then I think it like begins at 3 a.m. It's going to be visible in all of the United States. So that's pretty exciting. So it's not like if you want to see it, you're going to need to, it's March 2nd, the night of March 2nd. That night, you're going to need to wake up early, depending on where you are in the United States. And then you can see it just before sunrise on the 3rd. So don't think that it's going to be the day of the 3rd and then wait for that night, because then you'll miss it. But if you want to miss it, then think that, you don't have to go out and see it. Some people are very there's a lot of spiritual, cultural cautions that go on during an eclipse. I'm going to wake up and see it. Absolutely. Because so many things are happening, especially in my life. And typically, I would say that they are very stressful things. I mean, they are. But in a way, it's in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that scary. So, I'm more excited. I'm very excited. I have this side of me where I talk about, look, I've been painting the lunar eclipse before I even realized that it's coming up. I really did start that a week ago, and I just learned about the lunar eclipse yesterday. What a psychic astrologer I am. I don't claim to be an astrologer. I don't claim to be a psychic. So it's going to be exciting. And there is this part of me. I'm not going to lie. There's this other side. I'm really nice. I want to get along. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I want to help. But then there's also this other side of me that is just like, I love chaos and I love to see things break down, especially things that have been in place for a long time that really are not working. I love to see that. I love to see things break down. So that's the chaotic side of me. Anyways, let's see. So we've got, like I said, we've got a lot of things going on. It's also Mercury retrograde. I'm going to just, let's see. Let's talk about Mercury retrograde first. Mercury retrograde. Let's see. For Aquarius, let's talk about this Mercury retrograde. I did read an article that states that Aquarius is one of the 3 luckiest signs for 2026. So The other two are Leo and Cancer. And actually, there's a Cancer that's showing up a lot in Aquarius readings, and we're going to do a reading for that Aquarius and see what comes up. But Mercury retrograde, just real quick, we'll get into more in depth. We can talk about whatever you want. Mercury retrograde, though, for Aquarius. Tell me about this Mercury retrograde. Okay, so 3 of Wands sideways and the 3 of Swords. Okay, so something is breaking down big time. Three people are involved. 3 things are involved. It's definitely, it's heartbreaking. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. And I promise you something so much better is coming in place of it. Okay. Something so much better is coming in place of it. And honestly, I think that this is something that Aquarius kind of knew would eventually not work out, but maybe Aquarius was just trying really hard, holding on, thinking it's going to work. It's going to work. The 3 of Wands, it's like 2 other people against you, 2 other people against Aquarius for Mercury retrograde. Hi, honey. So the thing with Mercury retrograde is it affects communication. And so this thing is hurting Aquarius. And this is even more proof that it's not really going to hurt Aquarius as much as it seems like it's going to, because it's going to happen during Mercury retrograde. And things, communication is skewed at this point in time. So what you get for face value is a lot different than what is actually going on. So let's see. Tell me more. Tell me more about this 3 of Swords for this Mercury retrograde for Aquarius. Tell me more. The Devil reversed. Okay. And 3 of Swords. Okay. So see, this is a blessing. This is a blessing. The Devil reversed. Capricorn energy, but also turning away from toxic behaviors, turning away from unhealthy environments, from obsessive environments, things that are not going to be conducive to your own personal soul growth and your growth in life. This is good. It's going to hurt, but it's like Aquarius. Okay. That phrase, rejection is God's protection. Rejection is God's protection. So this thing that is breaking apart, that's not working for Aquarius, it's actually a blessing in disguise. What else is going on in this Mercury retrograde for the astrological sign of Aquarius? What else is going on? High Priestess reverse with the King of Cups reverse. There's a lot of things that are being taken away. And again, that can seem very scary. But truly, the things that are being taken away, you are not doing you any favors. They're not doing Aquarius any favors, okay? There is this King of Cups reverse energy with the High Priestess reversed. Like, there's someone who, there's kind of like this witchy woman, this witchy type energy that's speaking all of the secrets, speaking everything. She's saying all of the things in order to make things go her way. She's definitely like a water sign. She's definitely a water sign. And then we have over here the King of Cups reverse. Okay, so this is like talking to this masculine figure who is supposed to be like in control, who is supposed to be supportive and caring. And this person is absolutely not. They're the complete opposite. They only care about themselves. And also, I think that what actually is going on is this person has a lot of issues with their own father. That's what I think. I think the person that's losing their mind, that is manipulating everything, that is telling lies, pretending like they have some like really high up spiritual knowledge. but telling a bunch of lies and manipulating the situation with Aquarius, they have a lot of issues with their father. Also, there may be some kind of instance where Aquarius needs to communicate with their own dad. It's a possibility that there is some kind of issue with Aquarius's dad, whether it's a current issue or whether it's something that happened, in childhood that just kind of affected Aquarius in a certain way. Maybe a little bit of forgiveness. Let's see. The Knight of Swords and the King of Wands. Knight of Swords, King of Wands, that's like being really super excited to communicate a brand new opportunities, and it's accurate and it's very shocking, but it's also so exciting. It's all about creation. It's all about starting something passionately fiery, creatively new. It's awesome. Tell me more. Okay, Page of Wands reversed and the Two of Wands reversed. Okay, so yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of things breaking down. There's a lot of things breaking down because this is the year of the horse. We're at we got to the end of the year of the snake. You've got to get all of the bullshit, all of the people, all of the things that are not helping you in your life path and your destiny. You've got to get them out of your life. So there's a lot of removals right now, especially with the blood moon. That is absolutely. Hi, Deborah. How are you? The blood moon is absolutely all about taking away things that don't serve you, that are not serving you permanently, removing them. Okay. So it can be kind of scary. It can be kind of sad. It can be painful, but it's also so necessary and it's going to turn into something so much better. Okay. The Page of Wands reversed with the Two of Swords reversed, you're going to be getting this energy, you're going to be getting information, you're going to be meeting new people in place of all the people that were just using you and holding you in a certain space and not letting you grow. You're going to the Two of Swords reversed, that is absolutely telling me that you didn't know what would come next. You didn't know where you could go. You were very hurt emotionally and you were very closed off and protective of yourself emotionally. And it was keeping you from believing that you could reach out and start something new, that you could look to grow somewhere else in a thing that's brand new that you haven't done before. That's going away. The worry, the being alone, the closed off, that's going away. Okay. Something is happening that's taking that place, taking that away. You're not going to feel alone anymore. You're not going to feel like you are isolated and in pain alone. You're not going to feel that anymore. Let me see here. Let me get this deck for you, Deborah. And I'll get you a card. How are you today? I need a card for Deborah. Oh, okay. 9 of Pentacles. That just came out. Tower reversed. What's on this side? 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Well, that card kind of popped out. I'll still get another card, but this is like crisis averted. Becoming absolutely independent. Being able to take care of yourself independently wealthy, stability, strength. After possibly being in a situation where you think things are going to completely fall apart, but they actually don't. I'm good. It's like almost 70 degrees outside here in this mountain town. I'm home. I slept good last night. I'm excited about a lot of new things. I'm really excited about this moon, though. So thank you for asking. I still want a card for Deborah. Okay. Give me a card for Deborah. Six of Pentacles on the Page of Swords. Okay, so bottom of the deck, Page of Swords, and then Six of Pentacles. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. A balanced contract. That is getting what you receive, okay? Getting what you receive. Receiving your fair share. Page of Swords. That's telling me that either you've been keeping an eye on something, gathering research on something, or something's been watching you and kind of keeping an eye on you. Either way, this is a very I love this. The Six of Pentacles, this is balance. This is absolute balance. This is exactly someone outside of the situation with you and another person coming in and giving you your fair share. Noticing, acknowledging that you have not been treated fairly and giving you your fair share. Six of Wands reversed is behind the Page of Swords. Whoever's doing the watching, whoever's been watching, observing, gathering information, research, that person's kind of been hidden. They've been hidden, like you weren't really aware that they were there. I feel like it's not you who's been watching. I feel like there's somebody else who's been watching this situation. And yeah, like I said, like they're kind of hidden away. Oh my goodness, rain and cold. I mean, is it still at least like gloomy pretty? Are you able to stay inside and stay warm and comfortable? I kind of would love it if it was raining and cold here, but I'm not going to lie. I really have been. Yesterday was like 70 something degrees and I was just walking around in shorts, and it was just beautiful outside. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. It's just warm. Beautiful. I had some serious things happen this weekend at work. And I think probably maybe we'll talk about it later in this live stream. Nice. No work. It's a weekend. So you can just be lazy, cozy. Loving yourself, treating yourself kindly. Did you hear when I said that Aquarius is one of the 3 luckiest signs of 2026? Lots of things. There's going to be a big spotlight on Aquarius this year. Okay. It's going to be a big time for starting brand new endeavors, but being kind of like the star of, well, literally, Cancer, not Cancer, Aquarius is the star in tarot. So literally being like the star though, like there's going to be people seeing Aquarius. There's going to be more exposure to the awesome side of Aquarius, the innovative side of Aquarius. So that's really exciting. That's why we have to get rid of so much of this bullshit that Aquarius is kind of like let in their life, maybe out of like a loyalty, maybe out of pure stubbornness that they started something and they're not going to quit it. Maybe because they care. They have an emotional attachment to these things, these people, these relationships. A lot of the things, if they're not serving Aquarius, they're going to break down, they're going to break away. And it can be sad, but it's so much more amazing and actually truly growth enhancing things are going to be coming for Aquarius in place of it. It's kind of like dreams are becoming reality. This is the year for dreams to become reality. Now, I did say the Cancer, and there was a Cancer who's been showing up in Aquarius's readings. So let's see. Tell me about that Cancer. I'll probably make a video about the Cancer too, but let's just ask that question real quick since it came out of my mouth. The Cancer sign. Well, the year just started, babe. The year just started. Hi, Merida. How are you? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. Happy Sunday. I was just asking the cards about this Cancer sign that shows up in Aquarius's readings, but at work. Are you having a good day at work? I want to see, I just want to get like a card or two on this Cancer that's been showing up in Aquarius's readings, and then I'll get you a card, okay, Merida? So. Well, it's Mercury retrograde, so, so is better than not at all. You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you for being here and always being so supportive. I appreciate you. So, the Cancer that's been showing up in Aquarius's readings. This Cancer that's been showing up in Aquarius's readings, like most especially the last reading that I did, what is going on? What's the story with this Cancer? What is the story? Temperance, the King of Cups, and the Tower reversed. Okay, well, that's giving me that this is someone. Okay, that's absolutely giving me like Aquarius was able to take this King of Cups from this Cancer, and it's like this Cancer just wants revenge almost, kind of like that. They want to get even is basically the energy that I'm getting. Maybe it's also just the fact that there's this King of Cups character in this situation. The King of Cups, by the way, is going to be the husband of the Queen of Cups. But it looks a lot like the King of Cups has probably shown Aquarius actual true love and did not show it to the Queen of Cups. And you know what? I think that's probably because Aquarius is existing in their authenticity and they're not manipulative and they are not chaotic or vindictive, malicious. And this Queen of Cups energy is absolutely all of those things. Okay. So but again, Temperance, she wants to try to like balance the situation out. Like I said, I'll do a video more in depth on that Cancer that's been showing up in Aquarius's readings. But she needs to get a life. She needs to get a life. Thank you, Deborah. Okay, so Merida, let's get a card for Merida. Let's get a card for Merida. Oh wow, 1818. See, 1818. So in numerology, you add everything down to one number. So 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. Then you add it one more time, it's 9. So this is absolutely a time for things to be complete. So that means all of the bullshit for Aquarius completing. And then we can send it away with this blood moon and make space for the dreams to take shape. I love it. I love it. What can I tell Merida? What can I tell Merida? What do I need to 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 tell Merida? Dana, hi, welcome in. What do I need to tell Merida? Merida, the Fool sideways and the Empress reversed. Okay. So in the Four of Pentacles reversed, I think if you were thinking of taking any kind of new action or starting anything new, because possibly you feel depleted, possibly you feel like you are not being compensated for your time, for your energy, for your work. If you are considering something new, I think you should just put that on hold for right now and do some serious self-care, self-love. Possibly you might have a little bit lower confidence at this point in time. Try to remind yourself exactly how amazing that you are. And just because something feels delayed doesn't mean that it's denied. And don't really take too much action on something that's brand new. Okay. Hi, I'm so excited. Y'all are here. Dana, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. It's Mercury retrograde, and we have a a total lunar eclipse on the 3rd. It's happening on the 3rd day of the 3rd month. It's starting at 3 a.m. 333, all the threes, that's like divinity number, divine triad, trinity. It's exciting. It's exciting. And it's happening during Mercury retrograde. So this is like an astronomical wiping of the slate clean. So I absolutely be prepared, wear your seatbelt, in this season, in this like month right now. But also it's so exciting because, like I keep saying, so many good things are coming. Like the universe is just getting all of the bullshit cleaned away, This is like it's like the universal Roomba is vacuuming up all the shit in the corners, the dust, under the couches, under the bed, under the refrigerator, behind the fridge. Nobody gets behind the fridge, like, and it's making things, it's a nice, beautifully sparkling, clean slate so that dreams can take shape. Okay. Hello, I'm so excited. Okay, so let's get a card for Dana. Let's get a card for Dana. What do we need to tell Dana? What do we need to tell Dana? There's honeybees behind me. I tell her all the time she's a lion. Boosts her confidence. What do we need to tell Dana? What cards do we need to tell Dana? What do we need to tell Dana? What do we need to tell Dana? Okay. What do we need to tell Dana? Ace of Wands with the 9 of Swords reversed. That's exciting. This is like exactly the energy that I've just been talking about. Ace of Wands, fire, absolutely starting something brand new. There's something that you're starting that's brand new, some kind of new adventure. Maybe you're pondering it and you haven't decided that you're going to start it yet, but I guarantee you, if you do start it, it's going to be amazing for you. So you should start it. Maybe you should wait until after the blood moon if you can do that. 9 of Swords reversed is going to be taking all of these anxieties and worries away. Now we have the King of Swords behind the 9 of Swords reversed, and that is Libra energy, but it kind of is like, it's definitely like justice type energy, meaning like possibly there's some kind of official justice business person that you're getting away from, that maybe broke rules in order to kind of either keep you down or bring you down, Dana. And it caused a lot of anxieties. It caused a lot of worries. There's some brand new action that is, take it. Take the brand new action. Do it. Do whatever this thing is that you want to start, because it's going to get you out of this anxiety, worries type situation. It's going to work. It's going to work. So, All Sun, hi, welcome in. It is all sun here. It's like almost 70 degrees. I love it. It's so pretty. I always say, like, I'm not affected by the weather. I love rain, and I do love rain. I love snow, and I do love it. But I'm like, I'm not affected by it. But every spring, when it gets warmer and the sun gets a little bit higher in the sky, it's like a Red Bull for me. It's like it gives me so much energy and excitement that even crazy, awful things can happen to me, and I'm not even really that down, because I had some crazy stuff happen at work this week. We'll talk about it after we do cards if you want to. If not, we'll talk about it at some point in time, because I definitely want to tell y'all what happened. But let's see. Let's get All Sun a card. You're welcome, Dana. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much for being here. What can we tell all sun? What can we tell all sun? We can tell all sun that it's Mercury retrograde and a total lunar eclipse coming up on the 3rd. So it's going to be like the morning of the 3rd. So the night of the 2nd. Okay. And it's going to be just before dawn. Visible in the western part of the world. So absolutely North America. What do we need to tell all sun? What do we need to tell all sun? The High Priestess and Strength reversed. Okay. Let me just ponder that for just a second. I mean, the High Priestess, she's mute. She knows everything. She absolutely knows. Oh, okay. Okay. I kind of get what this is saying. Possibly there's with the Strength reversed, either maybe you're feeling a little bit not in control or a little bit powerless, maybe in regards to a Leo, or maybe there isn't someone who is kind of behaving in a weakly, not nice, manipulative way, like kind of pushy, kind of abusive kind of a way. Either way, I think the High Priestess is telling me that you know what's going on, you know the truth, and the best course of action for you right now is to trust yourself, trust your intuition, believe in yourself, and not say anything, and do not engage. Do not engage. And if you're feeling a little bit out of control or powerless in a situation, try to tell yourself that you're going to be okay and you actually do know what's going on. Believe in yourself. That's what I think is happening. Hattie Beans, honey, you can't be right there. You just can't be right there. You can sit right here. She saw the lion. Dave Adams, hi. Welcome in. How are you? What is wrong, all son? Ugh. You're going to be okay. Everything is going to be very good. Everything is going to be very good. It's going to be turbulent. That's exactly what Mercury retrograde mixed with a total lunar eclipse. Because it has all of the shit that's not letting you grow has to be taken away. Everything. And with Mercury retrograde happening at the same time, this is like lots of things from the past that have been holding Aquarius back, that have been coming back and kind of keeping Aquarius's mind a little bit stuck on that situation, that unresolved situation. It's all attachments. It's all holding Aquarius back. So it has to be cut out so that the dreams can come true. So cathartic is going to be a great word for this. Like, oh, your sound. I love that. Okay. I like that. I'm sound. I walked out from my job on Friday. I guess I'll just go ahead and say that. It was horrible. This hospital never ceases to amaze me at how absolutely unprofessional it is. And, Friday night, I was just like holding it in like I always do, just doing my job. Like, I'm professional. You suck. Doesn't mean that I do. I'll just let you suck because everybody there is actually, they suck. And then I just was like, I don't fucking have to be here. I do not fucking have to be here. I was left alone. Like I'm usually left alone because it's basically a whole bunch of employees that are all dating and in relationships with each other. And it's basically like high school, but taking place in a psychiatric hospital, which the psychiatric hospital, there's just so many things wrong. And it's really frustrating. Like when I first started working there, I was like, I I love helping people. And I love that I get this opportunity to help people during a very vulnerable time in their life. Like, I feel like I can actually make a difference. And then after the first year, um, I've been there for 2 years now. I realized they don't care. Like, the providers, they don't care. They don't care. They care about making money. They care about keeping people titled and in the facility. They don't care about whether they get happy or better, or if they are successful at their breaking their addiction. They don't care. They just want money. And it really sucks to be a part of that. So, yeah, I just had I had my last moment. I gave my last fuck there. And then it's been amazing since then. So, I feel fantastic. I feel like a big weight has been lifted. So, yeah, there's so many hidden things behind a job. Yes, things we find out, absolutely. And yes, all sudden, it was terrible. It was really terrible because, you know, like the environment is already difficult, you know? It's already difficult. And we had one member who the last time he was on the unit, he strangled someone. And so, like, the actual event that happened that kind of started the whole thing, they had told me, "Take him outside." And I did. I took him outside. I have a person has to be there, because we've had people climb out and leave, we've had people elope previously. So, I was there. And then apparently another even more psychotic member came running at the other 2 techs. Um, Nude, aggressive, woke up in a new place. I mean, it's very valid that a person who is not well mentally, they've been knocked out and put into a new place, and then they wake up and they don't know where they are. Yeah, that's gonna be scary. I mean, valid. That's what we do. Well, anyways, apparently that situation and me being outside was the catalyst. These 2 girls, well, actually everybody, they were upset with me. Like, I didn't do something. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Well, you know what? I was with the other aggressive member. And guess what? That aggressive member, we're like that. We get along. And you know why? Because I'm fucking real. And I work with a bunch of fake, insecure. There's so much in psychology and therapy and all of that. There's so much ego because everybody's like, oh, I know how everybody's mind works now. So I'm on a power trip. When really in reality, they're just as fucking crazy as the people that are titled. So I was like, you can all fuck off. You can all fuck off. They've got like 4 lawsuits against them. They can file bankruptcy. They're not helping anybody. They don't care. They care about paychecks. They care about getting paid. That's it. They're not people. They're not individuals. The members, the patients, they're not like individuals. They don't specifically like go, I care about you. I'm going to actually listen to you and I'm going to like formulate some kind of a care plan specifically, uniquely for you. No, they don't. They just have like a list of like 5 meds that they give and they just do it for everybody. And it's sad. It's very sad. And it's not just that place that is horrible. I'm pretty sure all mental hospitals are like this because mental health is just not a priority in at least American society. So it's very unfortunate all across the board for the most part. Every now and then, if you have a bunch of money, you can find a nice place where they actually will care just for you. But for the most part, mm-mm. And I'm just like done. I'm just done. And I'm excited about being done. Like, they said I didn't do anything anyway. So, you know, why the fuck should I be there? But I mean, like, the nurse calling me a hoe. And then Friday, they were all just like giggling and shit whenever they told me off in front of members. I mean, it's, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, they don't deserve to have me. That's how it is. They don't deserve to have me. Okay, so it happens all over. Well said. I've got psychological books, and when you beat them at their own game, they become yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, that's another thing. Like, I see the members and I listen to them talk, and I'm like, you've got valid points, man. You've got valid points. I mean, the psychologists don't want me to say that, you know, but I'm not gonna lie. The best doctors nowadays. Yeah, absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. They have retired or died. You are absolutely correct. People don't, I'm not going to say every physician, and I'm not going to say every nurse practitioner, and I'm not going to say every nurse, but there is a vast majority of people who go into medicine because they want to make money and not because they care about people. And that is such a serious breakdown. That is a problem, you know? That is a problem. I don't know how to fix this whole system. To fix the whole system, look what when I'm talking about them. To fix the whole system, you know, it has to start like with the government, you know, actually placing a very high importance on mental health, which it should be. I mean, if people are not healthy in their mind, they're obviously not going to exist in society in a great way. You know, it's still going to affect the community. It's still going to affect society. So I don't know why it's not seen as as important as it is. Let's see, because I'm diagnosed by my mental health doctors, all of a sudden they can no longer help me because I'm too complex, only because I won't put up with their BS. Absolutely. I've had that happen to me too. I've absolutely had that happen to me too. And then I started learning about psychology. Did you know that psychology was part of like Operation Paperclip, where at the end of World War II, whenever they, you know, the German scientists that, you know, were moved from Germany over here to America and given like amazing, you know, high profile government jobs and money. It comes from German and Jewish mysticism. Did you know that psychology comes from that? I just learned that. Because I have a lot of thoughts about psychology. I'm not saying I think it's totally wrong, but I think that like giving a person a specific diagnosis, I don't know. I think certain people are born and their souls want to do certain things. And I feel kind of like, you know, there's everybody's needed in like a community. So, and I feel like they're just not given the opportunity to do what their soul is supposed to be doing. So then it becomes stagnant and they become a problem to society, and then they're given like these diagnoses, and some people act out in a really horrible way, but that's a story for another video, my belief on that kind of thing. I also believe that a lot of people get a diagnosis and they just kind of stop there, you know, and they're like, well, this is me, I can't try to be better, I can't try to do anything more because I'm this doctor told me. I'm not saying that all diagnoses and disorders and such are wrong, but that's just it's all basically trying to get money though. At least in America. That's all they care about. We just want money. So okay, so let's talk about, I didn't get you a card, did I, Dave? I didn't get Dave a card. What do we need to tell Dave? What do we need to tell Dave? What do we need to tell Dave? What card does Dave need? Well, that came out. Okay, the Empress sideways. Wheel of Fortune right here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say the Empress, she's pregnant, so she's like a mother, but then also she's just like this beautiful, abundant, vital, fertile goddess. You know, she just receives everything that she wants. She does not have to lift a finger because she is like literally she can give birth to abundance. She can. She creates life. So, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like right now I feel like you're about to experience just a serious change in your fortune. I mean, and I feel like possibly this feminine energy, like maybe there is a woman, a female who is possibly commanding more of your attention, and it's kind of it's kind of keeping you stuck in a limbo where you're not actually receiving or reaching that full change in your fortune moment, but it's there. It's definitely there. Like things are absolutely changing. Fortune is changing in your favor right now. So try to eliminate any doubt and eliminate any person in your life, in your mind, in your thought process that gives you doubt, because our thoughts are everything. Our thoughts and our vibrations, our feelings are everything. And even if you don't have this female figure in your life, even if you have like possibly blocked her or said like I'm not doing this anymore, if you still have thoughts about her and that you can't trust her, that's still bringing your vibe down just a little bit. So really be conscious of exactly what you're thinking and think only of yourself and think only of what you want to achieve and where you're going, and think only about possibly meeting the perfect female after this massive change or during this massive change in fortune. Okay. Let's see. I know one thing, Dave says, I know one thing, our doctors are the biggest narcissists in the room, and a lot of them are taking drugs but tell others to come off of them. You're exactly right. Absolutely. Absolutely. They are, very much so. It's unfortunate because there's a lot of people who really need assistance. There's a lot of people who really need mental health care, and they don't receive it. They don't get the care that they need. And it can ruin your life. You know, it can absolutely ruin your life. Um, and if you aren't playing the game properly, then you know, you don't get treated, you don't get accepted, you don't get seen. It's very sad. It's very sad, actually. It's fucked up, is what it is. Now, what do y'all think about what's going on in the world right now? There's been some pretty big stuff going on. Pretty big stuff. It all started with the Mercury retrograde. Like literally, Mercury retrograde started on the 26th of February, and that is when Ayatollah Khamenei something was assassinated, killed, and all of his high-ranking government officials, not just him. They were all wiped out. And I've been watching videos of Iranians celebrating and crying and dancing and being in the street and saying like they love America because they're now free. They're now free after over 50 years of absolute terror that they have existed in. I mean, it's wow, it's really moving. It's really moving. But also there's so many massive things, like, there's so many massive possible repercussions from this act that are also very terrifying. But it literally happened right when Mercury retrograde started. So, um, and right before this lunar eclipse, when this eclipse is literally put in place, 3 happening 3rd month, 3rd day, starting at 3 AM, 333, Trinity, 3 threes, just wiping out anything that doesn't serve your greatest good for everyone. There's about to be massive, massive changes going on in the world. Okay. The X. I'm putting myself first, but I would like to fall in love again. I'm hoping I'm not ready for the for the knacker shard just yet. That's funny. And then Sheikh Ayatollah Khomeini. He took over, 1979. And he's gone now. Absolutely. I mean, it's really almost like it got very close to bringing like tears to my eyes to see the people that are so happy and to see it just exactly the relief and the realization that it's done, that they are going to be able to be free. They don't have to live in fear, and tyranny anymore after so long. Like women can dance now and not be killed for it. It's really moving. It's really moving. It's a nice thing to see in the middle of so much chaos and destruction and kind of terror that seems to be like dominating the news in the world lately. Yeah, that's what I was reading. They had all kinds of I mean, I was born in 1981, so I didn't really know too much, but I was reading that they had it was almost like a very westernized culture. They could go to school, they could hold office, they could speak in public, they could go to like a soccer match, they could wear western clothes, they could show their hair. And then once he came in and onto the scene, it was everything like ended. Everything was illegal. Um, well, they have freedom now. They have freedom now. So I'm gonna say one thing, and I feel uncomfortable, but I'm gonna have to learn to get comfortable with saying this, and it's me asking for help. And I'm always very uncomfortable with asking for help. But if 4 people are watching me right now and only 2 people have liked the video, could 2 more people like the video if you're here? Please? Just like the video? Please? It helps me. Thank you. Did y'all think I was gonna ask for money? Ha 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 ha. No, I'm not. I'm way too stubborn to ask for money. I'll DoorDash. I'll DoorDash. I'll donate plasma. I'll do all the things. But no, I had Fairy Dust Bombs. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're having a good talk and a good time during Mercury retrograde and leading up to the total lunar eclipse. I'm going to get you a card. I'm absolutely going to get you a card. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to finish what I was saying. I'm going to hit my vape and then I will get you a card. But I've been interviewing for other jobs for a while now. So, and I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to like jinx it or anything, but I definitely have something so much better lined up that I think is going to be it's more money and I feel like it's going to be so much more fulfilling. So, but also I've started being very focused on I'm going to sell my art, and I've actually sold a painting. Like the day after I decided that, I sold this painting. I'm just kind of doing some finishing touches before she goes. So, Aquarius, you're powerful. You're powerful. Okay. Now Dave Adams says, yes, thank you, Fairy Dust Bombs. It was thank you. Thank you. It's really a good feeling. It was really a good feeling whenever I sold it, because I just don't have that. I haven't had that confidence in myself forever, really. I think maybe I did whenever I was like in my early 30s when I very first started painting, but then I don't know, but I'm getting it back. I'm getting it back. And thank you. It feels really good. I'm going to sell my art. I'm going to. Things are turning up. Things are turning up. Things are turning golden. Okay. But really, I said this earlier in the video, so you may not have heard Fairy Dust Bombs, but they're the 3 luckiest signs for 2026: Aquarius, Cancer, and Leo. So, and for Aquarius specifically, it's the spotlight being put on Aquarius, okay? And Aquarius being given absolutely new endeavors, new adventures, and absolutely shining in those, okay? So, thank you, Fairy Dust Bombs. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, I want to read this. A mate of mine, his family lives out there. They're happy as Larry. Namaste. He's a moderate Muslim, not an Al Qaeda Muslim. Their family are moderate and chilled out folks. I think that that's beautiful, and I think that a lot of people kind of forget that there is a great majority of the humans existing on this planet that are not extreme for any religion, and a lot of they are chill and good people, and I'm glad. I just wanted to read that and give that some air. Now, what do we need to tell Fairy Dust Bombs? Sun, Saturn, and Mid-Haven, Aqua, Cancer, and Leo. Oh yeah, Fairy Dust Bombs might be an astrologer. I'm absolutely not. I just happened to learn about this lunar eclipse yesterday. But I started this lunar eclipse painting a week ago. So I feel like I was in tune with it. Because it started out as a yellow moon, and then I was like, no, let's make it red. What do I need to tell Fairy Dust Bombs? What do I need to tell Fairy Dust Bombs? What do I need to tell Fairy Dust Bombs? What do I need to tell Fairy Dust Bombs? Okay, Page of Pentacles reversed, Two of Swords reversed, and Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, so the Two of Swords reversed with this Page of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed is telling me that there's some kind of dream wish fulfillment that didn't happen for you. It might have to do with some kind of a job, but that's changing. That's changing with the Two of Swords reversed. That's absolutely telling me that it's changing for you. You're going to be coming out of this feeling like maybe you didn't have enough confidence after this thing didn't happen or fell through. So I'm going to get one more card. Tell me a little bit more for Fairy Dust Bombs. Okay, 10 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Yeah, okay. So definitely coming out of that feeling like very protected, like you just have to sit out in the middle of this emotional sea, covering your heart and not looking at anything because it all hurts so much. Coming out of that, changing that, not feeling like that anymore. And then there's this High Priestess energy. I don't know, maybe this is you. Maybe this is someone that you're meeting, but you're going to be you're being put into this position, or you're going to be given the permission. So like that's how that came out of my mouth, permission to sit quietly and not have to flaunt anything with this massive abundance. There's that. The 10 of Pentacles. That's like a legacy. That's like an inheritance. That's something that's old money coming down, security, stability, for generations. And then the High Priestess, she's sitting quietly. She's not telling anybody anything, but she knows everything. Sharon Kingston, just an astrology junkie. I mean, maybe you should start doing like TikToks or YouTube shorts about your astrology if you know about it. It's pretty popular. People are catching on. Just an idea. But if you do, don't tell anybody about it, okay? Fairy dust bombs, High Priestess reversed, or not reversed, upright. Having all the abundance, but not telling anyone. That's kind of like that that meme, if I win the lottery, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much for being here. You will buy a painting or 10? I mean, I will absolutely sell you a painting or 10. I started an Instagram for my art so that I could kind of like showcase it. But email me if you really do want a painting, and I can absolutely paint something for you if I don't have it painted already, because I have a lot of art. I mean, like I'm swimming in paintings, and I'm still not done painting yet. Yes, mum's the word. Mum's the word. Okay. Let's get a card for Sharon. Sharon, you're in Ireland, right? Thank you so much, Fairy Dust Bombs. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Oh, Sharon Kingston, she's in Ireland. So guess what, Sharon Kingston? I learned that I am like 18% Irish. So, if I wanted to move to Ireland, do you think that the people of Ireland would be happy to have me? That's my question. Because that's a serious thought in my mind. Like, massive dream. Okay. Cool. I've been looking at real estate there, and I've been looking at like just old farmhouses with land, and they would need a lot of work. But I know that it's kind of like it's not a massive country, and I don't know, right now at this time Americans it's kind of hit or miss whether people like us or not. So I wanted to ask before I just make a big move. But yeah, I've been thinking that ever since I, it's not a whole lot of Irish, but it's a little bit of Irish. And I think I'm proud of that. That's exciting. I was like, I'm probably just German, but actually no. I'm like, I think I'm like 30% German. And the rest is Irish and Iberian and Welsh, South Wales. Didn't expect that. And there's a tiny, tiny bit of Colombian, which is interesting. Oh, yes. That sounds so good, Sharon. Okay. When this dream comes true, we're on that. We're doing that. Honey Beans. She's like, will you stop talking to your computer and pet me? I didn't get a card yet for Sharon. I got stuck on talking about myself. Okay. What can we tell Sharon? What can we tell Sharon Kingston? What can we tell Sharon Kingston? Okay, the Sun reverse and then the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, and it fell out sideways. Okay, then we have the Sun reversed with the 10 of Swords reversed. So it's kind of like telling me that maybe there's this wish fulfillment, that this dream that didn't come true. Um, and it looks like somebody really put 10 swords in someone's back and like really ended something pretty painfully, and it caused a lot of sadness. Um, with this 9 of cups, as it fell out completely reversed, and then it landed sideways. So, I'm gonna get one more card, but I kind of feel like the cards are telling me that this is all about to turn around as the card turned around. Let me just get one more card, or however many. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups, which is a reunion card, happy memories card. This is, a reunion, possibly of somebody that you knew for a very long time ago. You have good memories of this person. There's the 8 of Wands, that's reversed. Maybe there's something to do with this blocking off this loss of this relationship, this reunion, this situation from a long time ago, that has been very painful. And the 8 of Swords fell out. There's lots of 8s because we have the 8 of Wands reversed and we have the 8 of Swords reversed. And then we also have the 9 of Cups sideways. This is getting out of feeling like you are absolutely alone and tied up, away from everyone, away from any kind of a support, like completely cast out. This is turning that around. Things are turning around in a very painful event situation in your life. There's 2 8s. Maybe this was something that was so devastatingly painful and also kind of deceptive too, because it's 10 swords in someone's back. It's like that's someone getting stabbed in the back 10 times, wanting that to change, wanting that to not be. When it's reversed, it's like not wanting to let it go, not wanting it to be that way, that gone. But then there's some kind of acceptance happening. There's some kind of acceptance happening in this situation, and it's turning around. It's turning around, okay? And that's a good thing. I'm gonna get a vice versa deck for what's coming now. What's coming now in place of this situation? Tell me more about this 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, rest. Oh, wow. Okay, rest, recuperation. Okay. This person right here, they're laying their head on this elder man's lap, and he's caring for them. They're going to him for comfort, for consolation, and he's there to give it. He's almost like, I don't know, it's like a forgiving type situation. It's good. It's nice. It's moving forward. It's producing radical acceptance. Yes, radical acceptance. Yes. Oh, you've told me about that once before. Radical acceptance. I feel like you have. And then we have the Hierophant. Okay. We have the Hierophant. So there's somebody new that's coming in. There's some kind of new contract. There's some new teacher. There's this new mentor. There's this new person who is going to be showing you the way. And then we have this Knight of Swords reversed. After there's been a lot of communications that are either not true or lies designed to be painful. Because look at that right there in the back. I mean, so this is reaping a harvest, but this could also like cut somebody's head off. This is a very dangerous tool. So the situation really truly hurt and really truly ended. It's going to be time for you though to be resting, finding somebody who's going to be helping you. Like I said, a teacher, someone who knows, has a little bit more wisdom than you. And you're going to be coming out of a lot of pain. And again, this started out like that, and I watched it turn around. It's trying to turn itself around for you. So it is. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad, Sharon. So let's see. I want to ask, let me see if anybody else came in that I didn't get a card for. I want to talk about, I don't want to use this deck. I want to get a different deck. I want to talk about the lunar eclipse because I didn't really talk about that. I talked a lot about Mercury retrograde, like with cards. So I want to ask the cards about the lunar eclipse that's coming up. This total lunar eclipse that's coming up on March 3rd for the astrological sign of Aquarius. I mean, it's going to be cutting things out, okay? It's going to be cutting things out for good, eliminating things for good. Oh, you want to know what it's eliminating for good? 4 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles reversed. It is eliminating for good that feeling that Aquarius is just not going to be able to have any kind of stability or any kind of security for now and for the future. The feeling that Aquarius works so hard and is able to at least reach like this beginning spot, like a home, a beginning foundation for what they want to build, how they want to build their life. It's this feeling of Aquarius only being able to stay there, working so hard and not moving past that, not being able to move to something bigger and better, not being able to trade up, so to speak. Eliminating that feeling. This eclipse is eliminating the feeling of Aquarius always having to struggle, especially when it comes to money. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I mean, among hard work and believing in ourselves and like me taking a risk, telling myself I can do it and moving out and taking the steps to sell my art, I'm going to say we need to be buying lottery tickets too. Okay. We need to be buying lottery tickets. And I feel like if you can pick the numbers, we need to have 3s in there. We need to have 3s in there. Jupiter Jazz. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you so much. And Chippewa CN, what's going to happen with this? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, I will ask I'll ask again, like I just did, kind of general for Aquarius, but I will ask specifically for you. And also for you, Jupiter Jazz. Hi. Welcome, everybody. It's exciting. It's exciting. And Sharon, thank you so much for that, because that really is in my dreams. So, and it would, yeah, absolutely helpful to have someone there. Hattie is getting so bored with me talking to the laptop. It's so funny how cats are kind of like passive aggressive, you know, like she wants me to just like stop talking to the laptop because that's what she sees. And she wants me to just like hold her and pet her, but she doesn't walk up and just get in my lap and like start purring. She just like looks all around and waits for me to look at her and go, oh, this is what she wants. They're kind of passive aggressive, but they're adorable, so they can get away with it. Nice. I will absolutely do that for you, Jupiter Jazz. Let me answer this question about the new blood moon coming up this week for Chippewa CN. I like how when you read those 2 letters together, CN, it kind of sounds like Sienna or cyan. I like that. Okay, the new blood moon. What is the new blood moon bringing, is it a new moon or is it a full moon? I feel like it's a full moon. I could be wrong though. It's a total lunar eclipse. I know that much. What is the total lunar eclipse bringing this week for Chippewa CN? What is this total lunar eclipse bringing for... Oh, I like that. Okay. That was very matter of fact, very forceful, and it's strength. Okay. It's bringing strength. There we go. With the 7 of Pentacles right here and the Queen of Swords reversed behind that, Aquarius energy, but feeling, you know, like emotionally scarred and kind of more reactive than just it's like a reactive energy. I don't know, I can't think of the word. Like not being completely fair and out of being hurt, out of being in pain. That is basically exactly what the Queen of Swords reversed is. Like she is very much, she doesn't want anybody or anything around her that is like reminding her of the thing that hurt her. She's very, very hurt. Now, it looks like possibly you, Chippewa CN, have been working very hard to bring yourself out of that situation. You've been doing your due diligence. You've been putting in the hours, and it seems like you're not really making any progress. And it looks like maybe it's caused you to be a little bit wary if you are going to make progress. And absolutely, there's some kind of amazing divine grace, strength that's coming with this total lunar eclipse. It's going to give you the strength that you need to keep doing what you've been doing. So I love that. 4 of Pentacles, strength and justice reversed. Yeah. Okay. So somebody didn't do, somebody broke the law, somebody broke the rules, somebody lied to you, somebody deceived you, somebody did not do right by you. Okay. And it puts you in a bad position and it hurt your heart. It puts you in a bad position and it hurt your heart. This full total lunar eclipse is bringing you a solid foundation. It's bringing you confidence. It's going to be bringing you a beautiful grace and stability in what you've been trying to manifest since this horrible thing happened. So that's very good. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm very glad, Chippewa. I like that. Lunar eclipse in Virgo. It's in Virgo. You know, the girl who was horrible to me, the one girl who was the most horrible to me at work, she's a fucking Virgo. She's not cool. She's a control freak. And she always has to be right. And I just finally had it. Because I was like, you're not always right. I mean, guess what? You're just not. Nobody's always right. I'm better off. So, okay. Jupiter Jazz. Jupiter Jazz. What do we need to tell Jupiter Jazz? What do we need to tell Jupiter Jazz right now? What do we need to tell Jupiter Jazz? What do we need to tell Jupiter Jazz right now? What do we need to tell Jupiter Jazz? What do we need to tell Jupiter Jazz? What do we need to tell Jupiter Jazz? I like it when they fly out like that. Okay, face down. What? Jupiter Jazz, this is exciting. Page of Pentacles upright, okay? Page of Pentacles upright. When you've been experiencing the Knight of Pentacles reverse, like a loss of a loss or an absence of something, some kind of financial support, financial, like a payout, maybe like an insurance claim, a life insurance claim. I don't know, like some kind of money that's supposed to be coming to you and is guaranteed to come to you from somewhere. A loss of that, a loss of long-term financial stability, a loss of that. There's Page of Pentacles that's coming for you, Jupiter Jazz. That is this new opportunity that is coming in place of the absence of financial stability. That is really good. That is very good. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles for Jupiter Jazz. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles for Jupiter Jazz. Three of Cups reversed is on the bottom of the deck. And then the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so it looks like there might have been like a fire sign female who maybe you were working with her and somehow she took your share of the money. Somehow she caused the money to fall through. There's something to do with like a fire sign female in the past. Like, also, I'm telling you right now, you thought this person was a friend. You thought this hurt you. This situation hurt you. And this person, this female, did this kind of like on purpose to serve her own purpose, to serve herself. They're going to see, they're watching, they're spying on you. They're keeping tabs on you. The people from the past that cost you this financial security for the long term. They're watching you and they're going to watch you not struggle. They're going to watch you get this new opportunity. Why are they watching? Why are they watching? Oh, yummy. You know, I have to say, like, I have a lot of Virgos in my existence, in my whole entire life. Like, I've attracted a lot of Virgos, and not all Virgos are horrible, but this one is. You know, it's like Virgo has their own personality and their own what they think is them, and they just stick to that character, whether that is a good personality or a bad personality. Like, in this one, I could tell you right now, she's a bad personality. She's a bad egg. She would have gone down the chute if she was in Willy Wonka and she sat on there on that scale. Bad egg. Wah, wah. That's where she would go. But I've met other Virgos that are phenomenally awesome. You know, they're just really determined to stick to their role of what they believe they are. And she thinks that she's the best person in the world ever when it comes to mental health. But she's just a tech. So, I mean, that tells you exactly how the best she is. I was just a tech, but I didn't think I was like God's gift to mental health. Longtime friend that ended up betraying me was a Virgo. Jupiter Jazz. I'm sorry. That sucks. And espresso is awesome. I'm glad it was accurate. I'm glad it's helpful. It's going to be changing. It's going to be turning around. It's going to be going good. I'm so sorry. I hate Mean Girls. And I really don't like to say I hate anything. But they're one of the things that I actually hate. Like, in elementary school and junior high, in high school, in college, and even now, you know, in the middle of my 40s, they still just show up, and it's, you know, you just have to know that they're like, once they go home and they're in bed by themselves, they're just so unhappy with themselves because existing in that energy and giving that energy to other people and putting it out into the universe, it does nothing good for the soul. So that's a little thing that kind of keeps me feeling a little bit better whenever I encounter mean girls and mean girls are mean to me. I'm like, well, at least I sleep good. Starmer is an IKEA kier. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it is. I believe our ships are coming in very soon as what should be in all balances. Yes, absolutely, Chippewa. Yes, absolutely. I love this. I'm really excited about this lunar eclipse. I know a lot of people, especially here where I am, like basically in the middle of Navajo Nation, they're not going to be outside during this eclipse. I know they're not, but I'm absolutely going to be outside. The last time that I got to see a total lunar eclipse, I was in New Orleans, and it was like the day before, the day after my birthday. And I was just walking through the quarter, talking to people, and I looked up and it was January, so it was very rainy and cloudy, but that one night there were no clouds and I was just like in awe of that moon. It was so cool. The energy was so awesome. So that was like 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's a long time ago, man. But yeah, it was pretty cool to be in the French Quarter in New Orleans and see that. I was like, "Oh, doesn't get much more magical than this." She's absolutely going to be eclipsed out of my life because I decided, fuck this. I don't have to be there. You know, she came at me and she tried to be like, well, she was passive aggressive. So she kind of tried to tell me that I don't do shit and I'm just like a really selfish person and I'm a horrible worker who's lazy. Which I'm absolutely not. She tried to tell me that in like a passive aggressive way, and I don't think she expected me to like rebut her, And so my rebuttal was, I think actually that's not true. And I think what's actually upsetting you is the fact that the director of nursing came down yesterday and told you and your friend over here, that y'all were doing a bad job in the middle of a code situation. Because I was there and I saw it happen. She's like, "She didn't say that to me. She didn't say," and I was like, I was sitting right behind her whenever she did say it. And then you also admitted that she said it to the lead this morning. Why are you lying? She was like, I wasn't. Just like, yeah, you suck. You're not perfect. She did not expect me to say that. She started crying. And I was like, crocodile tears, whatever. Cry me a river, bitch. I like to fly fish. I have a really mean side to me when you finally bring it out. Okay, so Dave Adams. I can't remember if I've ever asked you, but you met any superstars like Jack Nicholson, Sandra Bullock, etc. Well, I feel like I would have had a pretty good opportunity to meet Sandra Bullock, considering she lives in Texas. But no, I haven't met either one of them. But I have met Charlie Robinson, who is a country singer from Texas. It's like Texas country. A lot of people don't know who he is. He might be a little bit more obscure, but I met him. I met Cross Canadian Ragweed, and I met Tuff Hedeman, a bull rider, and I met Ty Murray, bull rider. Trying to think if I've met any other famous people. I don't think so. I think that's about as like famous as it gets. Oh, you know what? I take that back. What is the bongo playing? All right, guy. What is his name? Matthew McConaughey. I've met him. he has a house in my hometown. So, and he's super nice. Like, he was just at the Walmart one night. But that's about it. That's about all the famous people I've met. I can tell you that for the band Pantera, I painted a painting of Frank Zappa. I did a painting of Frank Zappa, and I wrote like "Titties and Beer" because that's like one of the songs that I really like of Frank Zappa. And the band the Melvins, currently, they record their music in the same studio that Pantera recorded all of their music whenever they were together. This is in Fort Worth, Texas. And the Melvins bought my painting from me and hung it up in the studio. So I have that little connection, which is really cool to me too. Like, a piece of my art is hanging up in a studio where the Melvins record their music and Pantera once did. Like, that's really epic. Tammy Wynette. You met Tammy Wynette? What was she like? What was she like? I imagine that she was probably really sweet. I could be wrong, but I imagine she probably is. You know what's funny is that show, The Sister Wives, they live here in Flagstaff, but yes, Kelly Mobley, Melvin, super, very cool. I'm going to get you a card. Thank you for being here. Hi. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We're just hanging out. Talking about this eclipse and Mercury retrograde and superstars. Do y'all remember Molly Shannon, Superstar? She's like, oh, really? No, I've not met Tammy Wynette. I have not. I imagine she's a sweetheart, though. I would like to meet Dolly Parton, too. I would have loved. There's a lot of like 1950s country stars that I would have loved to have met. Like Patsy Cline is absolutely one of them. I like older music a lot. Today's music, some of today's music is good. Punk rock is right. Punk rock is absolutely right. So one of the tattoo artists that worked in one of the tattoo shops where I worked, because I was in like 3 different tattoo shops over the span of like 10 years. One of them, he went on tour with Rancid when he was like 18. Punk Rock James. I have a tattoo from him. I like to be comfortable enough to be too punk rock, but I like the music, but I couldn't actually be like true punk rock, you know? I couldn't be like a gutter kid or anything like that. I like to be comfortable too much. Patsy Cline is so good. She had such a sad life, such a sad short life. Let's see. What can I tell Kelly Mobley? What can I tell Kelly Mobley? What can I tell Kelly Mobley? What card do I need to tell Kelly Mobley about? What card do I need to tell Kelly Mobley about? What do I need to tell Kelly Mobley? Okay. Okay, Page of Cups reversed. The 4 of Pentacles off to the left-hand side. The 10 of Cups off to the right-hand side. I'm going to say that there's somebody who possibly might be being stubborn in a family-type situation, like the extended family, husband and wife, possibly like grandparents-type energy, but there's husband and wife and there are kids. And it's like somebody might be being stubborn and not apologizing. They've just got their mind set. They've got their mind made up. They're just not going to apologize. Maybe you don't need to apologize. Tell me just a little bit more for Kelly Mobley. Tell me just a little bit more. 7 of Swords sideways with the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so maybe it's you who doesn't need to apologize, because it looks like there's somebody in the family situation with 7 of Swords sideways. It's kind of like somebody stole something from someone and they know that they did. They stole their independence. They took money. They took their independence. They haven't. 10 of Swords reversed is behind the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Like, this is absolutely, somebody was really deceptive. Someone stabbed someone in the back a lot. Somebody stole independence from someone. And they haven't apologized for it. They haven't acknowledged it. They haven't, it's like they don't care. They know what they did and they don't care. I think what needs to happen, I think this is me like actually needing to tell you that you don't need to apologize. And that you are on your way to even more than financial independence. You're on your way to something even better. This definitely came from like a family member though, which makes it even more shitty. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. He's not going to, at least right now. I'm sorry. But you've got new things coming for you. You've got new things coming for you. So it's going to be good. Good things are coming for you. Okay. Let's see. Dave Adams. My cousin, who is in Afghanistan war, sadly lost his legs. Oh my gosh. Mike Tyson visited the hospital with his entourage and signed The Hangover. Oh my gosh. I was jealous, though, but my Tyson is your favorite fighter. Oh wow. I love that. That's cool. That's very cool. I think Mike Tyson is probably a pretty good guy, actually. I think some people kind of give him a lot of shit, and I think some people really, really love him. I liked Evander Holyfield. There was a period of time whenever I was younger, when my papa was still alive, and he would watch boxing, and I liked Evander Holyfield. Okay. It is definitely a lifestyle, Kelly. Punk is absolutely a lifestyle. Like I said, no. I can't, I'm not tough enough. I'm not tough enough to do that. Okay. I think I'm going to end this live stream. It's been like an hour, almost 40 minutes. I think that it's been very good. I feel like I've been able to give a lot of good information, and I've gotten to talk to everybody. And I like that a lot. I appreciate you all very much. That's good. That's good, Dave Adams. He rubbed it in. I'm glad. That means he likes you. If you're being ornery to someone, that means that they love you, right? At least that's how I see it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat lunch. I'm gonna go to the gym. It's 12:34, 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Everything is in alignment. Everything is just going great. Even if things break apart and fall apart, it's gonna be amazing, because so many beautiful things are coming after this eclipse when everything gets wiped away. So excitement, positivity. We're winning. Charlie Sheen. And I love you all very much. I'm definitely going to record some more videos. So I will have videos coming up. And I want to thank you all for being here and for supporting me very much. He is a great fighter. He really is. So are you, Dave. Okay. I love you all. Y'all have a rest of your happy Sunday.